Hey guys, it's me, Cosplay-Butterfly here, bringing you an awesome thing. We're going to be sorting! Yay! 3 sortings. Hogwarts sorting, Ilvermorny sorting, and the wand sorting. Now, I already have a wand that I already gotten when I was at a convention, and I'm going to use that wand for whatever sorting I get in Ilvermorny. The wand I get here on Pottermore I'll use for my Hogwarts. So, without further ado, we'll get started. Now, the reason why we're getting started is because of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Please pick up a copy. Please read it. If you cannot pick up a copy, I'm sure you can find some place to read it. Like, go to Kroger's and sit down in their Starbucks area and read the book, because you're not taking it out of the building, you're reading it in the building. It is such an enjoyment to read. Anyway, I read it within like half a day from 4 p.m. until 12 a.m. morning exact. So, okay. But yeah, that's what I did. I'm going to, I got things getting set up, and we're gonna go ahead and get sorted. When you guys are ready, 1, 2, 3, Expelliarmus! The sorting ceremony began the experience. Forest or river? Forest, river. Forest. Definitely forest. Yeah, I like the forest. It's nice and calm and better than... After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? Miss you but smile? Ask for more stories about your adventures? Think with admiration of your achievements? I don't care what people think of me after I'm dead. It's what they think of me while I'm alive that counts. That does have some great points to it. So it's between miss you but smile, or I don't care what people think. I'm miss you with smile, definitely. Which nightmare would frighten you the most? Stand on top of something very high and realize suddenly that there are no handheld or footholds nor any barriers to stop you following. An eye at the keyhole of the dark, windowless room in which you are locked. Waking up to find that neither your friends nor your family have any idea who you are. Being forced to speak in such a silly voice that hardly anyone can understand you, and everyone laughs at you. Waking up to find that neither of your friends nor your family have any idea who you are. That is scary. Very scary. Okay. What are you most looking forward to learn at Hogwarts? Apparition and disapparition? Being able to materialize and dematerialize at will? Transfiguration and flying on a broomstick? Hexes and jinxes? All about magical creatures and how to befriend and care for them. Secrets about the castle? Every area of magic I can. I'm very torn between apparition and disapparition, and every area of magic I can. I think apparition and disapparition, yeah. You're attending Hogwarts. Which pet would you choose to take with you? Tabby cat, Siamese cat, ginger cat, black cat, white cat, tawny owl, screech owl, brown owl, snowy owl, barn owl, common toad, natterjack toad, dragon toad, harlequin toad, three-toed tree toad. Say that 3 times fast. It's a tie between a black cat and a white cat. Black cat or white cat. I'm going with the white cat. Which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Hunger, cold, loneliness, boredom, being ignored. Being ignored, definitely. You enter a enchanted garden. What would you be most curious to examine first? The silver leaf tree bearing golden apples? A fat red toadstools that appear to be talking to each other? The bubbling pool in the depths of which something luminous is swirling? The statue of an old wizard with a strangely twinkling eye? The wizard with the twinkling eye. That's kind of cool. Moving on. Heads or tails? Heads, tails. Heads, tails. Well, when I flip a coin, I always choose heads. And I've been sorted into Gryffindor. Yay! Congratulations on being sorted into Gryffindor. Let's quickly look at more about my house as it loads. Welcome to the House of Gryffindor. You probably know some of Gryffindor's most renowned members, including Albus Dumbledore and Harry Potter. But did you know the Sword of Gryffindor was made 1,000 years ago by goblins, or that head of the House Minerva McGonagall's hobbies include collecting articles of transfiguration today and supporting the Mongoose Magpies? Here you can discover more about your beloved house and through the writings of J.K. Rowling. Alrighty, so we have Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Minerva McGonagall, Neville Longbottom, Albus Dumbledore, and Peter Pettigrew as famous Gryffindor characters. Wow. That's impressive. Very, very impressive. Alrighty. So, that's it for the first part. Let's move on to Ilvermorny sorting. Yay! Alrighty, now it's time for the Ilvermorny sorting ceremony. Let's begin the experience. Do you prefer to remember or experience? Remember or experience? I think if you have enough experience, you would remember anything. My greatest weakness is nobody's business but mine. What makes me me. The source of my greatest strength. Something I must change. Something I must change. Definitely, yeah. What would you least like to lose? Reputation? Health? Luck? Dreams? Love? Hope. Hope you can always get back. No matter what happens, you can always get back hope. You can always love again, no matter how much you lose it. Dreams, if you lose your dreams, I think you're more defeated, so I'm going with dreams. Think of a question of what would most like answered by a person or all-knowing being or device. Which of the following most closely resembles the answer you'd like to hear? Well, my question is, will I be getting a Hogwarts or Ilvermorny letter within the near future? So the answers would be, without a shadow of a doubt, never, very soon, it's impossible, yes, I show you everything, only if you agree, if you come with me, no I didn't, you are, yes you may, only once, if you want to, forever, not for many years. Well, my question is, will I be getting a Hogwarts or Ilvermorny letter within the near future? So, I want to answer with a great purpose, so probably very soon. Where would you least like to find yourself? Imprisoned alone in a silent dungeon? Locked in a crowded cage, standing room only? In the dock and court, accused of a crime you didn't commit? On the deck of a ship as a tidal wave comes over the horizon? trapped in the attic as the house burns below you. On the rope bridge fraying over the canyon, lost in the forest at night, eyes staring at you through the dark. Well, that doesn't sound very scary. I'm gonna go with in the dock in court, accused of a crime you didn't commit, because that is kind of not what I want to find out. Alright, all I need is an opportunity, a little more time, some help already inside me. Opportunity. Yes, all I need is an opportunity to show myself. And we're gonna go ahead and move on. Sorry. My magic is inborn, in need of work, unique, powerful. Well, my magic is very powerful, but it is very, very, very unique. Definitely unique. No curse can work without the victim's secret consent. True. Or false. Well, let's see here. No curse can work without the victim's secret consent. Well, curses go two ways. You can have a good curse, or you can have a bad curse. A good curse, you kind of do need the victim's secret consent. But with a bad curse, you really don't need their consent. So I'm gonna go with definitely false. Yeah, false. Alrighty, I have now been sorted into the Thunderbird. Congratulations, you've been sorted into Thunderbird. Woo! Alright, let's find out more about my house. Named by Chadwick Boot after his favorite magical beast, the Thunderbird, a beast that can create storms as it flies. Thunderbird House is sometimes considered to represent the soul of a witch or wizard. It is also said that Thunderbird favors adventurers. Well, I always found that my power is coming from my soul, and my soul is a pretty unique kind of creature. And I love chasing storms, so this kind of fits in. So that's it. I've been sorted into Ilvermorny House. We're gonna move on to the wand sorting. Yay! Alright, here is the last sorting, the wand ceremony. Let's begin the experience. To ensure we find the perfect wand for you, it's very important that you answer the following questions honestly. First of all, would you describe yourself as average height, short, or tall? Well, average height starts at about 5'6", and I'm kind of 5'5.5", so excuse me, I'm gonna go with short. I am short. And your eyes are dark brown, black, brown, hazel, blue, blue-gray, blue-green, green, gray, or other. Well, my eyes are brown. They're beautiful chocolate brown. What was the day on which you were born, an even number or an odd number? It's an even number, December 16th. Woohoo! Do you pride yourself on your optimism, determination, resilience, imagination, intelligence, originality? It's a tie between originality and imagination, but I will go with imagination. Traveling alone down a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue left towards the sea, ahead towards the forest, or right towards the castle? Well, depending on how long I've been traveling, I probably want to stop by the castle and see if I can get some food and shelter and rest my weary feet. So I'm gonna go with right towards the castle. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, small spaces, heights? Fire, you need water. Darkness, you need light. You can always fix that. Isolation, yeah, everybody fears being alone for too long. You need that social buddy. In small spaces, you can fix that by getting out, and heights, you can climb down. So I'm gonna go with isolation. On a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? An ornate mirror, dusty bottle, golden key, silver dagger, bound scroll, glittering jewel, black glove. I'm going to go with the glittering jewel because you can imbue magical properties in that jewel and then wear it upon yourself. Like if you had like a turquoise, you can imbue it with protection magic and love and healing, and then that can soak into you, or you can pull your own magical essence out of that jewel. So yeah. Alrighty. So I got the spruce wood with a dragon's heartstring core, 9 3/4, and surprisingly swishy flexible. Alrighty. That's an interesting very wand. So let's find out more about my wand. I think we need to learn just a little bit of the spruce wood with dragon heartstring. Core of 9 3/4. Alrighty. So the spruce, unskilled wand makers called spruce a difficult wood, but in doing so they reveal their own ineptitude. It is quite true that it requires particular deftness to work with spruce, which produces wands that are ill-matched with cautious or nervous natures, and become positively dangerous in fumbling fingers. The spruce wand requires a firm hand, because it often appears to have its own ideas about what magic ought to be called upon to produce. However, when a spruce wand meets its match, which in my experience is a bold spellcaster with good sense of humor, it becomes a superb helper, intensely loyal to the owners, and capable of producing particular flamboyant and dramatic effects. The dragon. As a rule, dragon heartstrings produce wands with the most power which are capable of flamboyant spells. Dragon wands tend to learn more quickly than other types when they can challenge alliances if won from their original masters. They are always bond strongly with the current owner. The dragon wand tends to easily turn to the dark arts, though it will not incline the way of its own core. It is also most prone to the 3 cores to accident, being somewhat temperamental. 9 3/4 in length. The following notes are the one length taken from the notes of the subject by Mr. Gallic Ollivander, wandmaker. Most wands will be arranged between 9 and 14 inches, while I have sold extremely short wands, 8 inches and under, and very long wands, over 15 inches. These are exceptionally rare in the later case. A physical peculiarity demand the excess wand length. However, abnormally short wands usually select those who are character something is lacking, rather than sorry. And this, so basically the one really is choosing, so it's like, you're short, you're gonna get a long one, tall, you're gonna get a short one. So the flexibility, wand flexibility originates denotes the degree of adaptability and willingness to change possession by the wand and order. It's the little unique things, making the wand very, very unique. And I'm sure you guys have already read it because you guys are watching this and I'm babbling. Alrighty, so that is it for the wand sorting. Okay guys, so that's it. I am a Gryffindor, a Thunderbird, and I have a very unique wand. So I'm going to make 2 characters to go with this. That way I have some people to cosplay. One that goes to Hogwarts and the other that goes to Ilvermorny. Okay, so the character that's going to Ilvermorny, she will be named, I wrote it down. A second, sorry. Okay, Ilvermorny will be going. We'll have a student called Diana. Patke Moonstone. She is Irish and I'm sorry. Wrong. Sorry. I was reading the wrong way. I have messed up eyes. Sorry. Okay, let me start again. So, you have Diana Nina Moonstone. She's Irish and Native American of like Cherokee descent. She's very like her father's Native American where her mother's Irish. And she happens to be cousins to the one attending Hogwarts, Cynthia Patka McBride. They are cousins through Cynthia's father and Diana's mother. Because Diana's mother and Cynthia's father are they're cousins themselves. So Cynthia and Diana are second cousins. So they're related to be related. And Cynthia Patke McBride is Irish-Polish. So we have an Irish-Polish character and an Irish Native American character. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so I will have the whole like family tree-ish kind of sorted out. But until then, thanks for sorting with me, guys. Tune in next time, and remember, mischief managed.